Hello everyone and welcome back to the Small Scale Farm Models YouTube channel. And in today's video we're continuing on with the display. So from the last time you would have seen the display, so from the last time, from Sunday's video that's coming out this week, I'll have only got all this painted in white. So even before that, it's not even that Sunday, so it is currently Thursday, the day before I go back to school, which is kind of a bummer, but look, we won't say too much. So I have been quite busy. I have got this field painted properly, so we have our green emulsion paint on the outside and then our tan on the middle. So this is going to be the silage field number 1. This is going to be one of the new fields, and then we have 2 small little paddocks at the back of the bridge coming over the river, which the river is still not done yet, but look, baby steps. Then this is the field I had just painted because I had to fill this in. So that is now sitting in white. This is just going green. This is just going to be like a bit of a back of the yard grazing field. Then the yard is painted, and then we still need to paint the road as well. That's not done either yet because I want to paint it all in one go. Then this is our silage field number 2, or baling, whatever you want it to be. The colour looks very dull on camera, but it's actually quite bright in person. And then the construction site is gone green. It's just gone all green. There'll be there'll be something going through here, as I said in the last video. And then we're starting here on the big silage field. I'm just here with the tan paint in the middle. I just said I'd get a good bit painted before I'd record, because there's no point in really recording, saying what I'm going to be doing when I can't record painting. So yeah, so we're making good progress now, so we'll get the rest of this painted and then we'll go in for our second coat of emulsion green, as there's some light brush marks. It's only really the heavy all green areas that get it the worst, because you just think you have it nice and then it dries and there's loads where you've missed. So it's all a learning curve. I've never done static grass before, so I'm only learning on what people have told me to do. So when you paint the display, it makes it a bit easier and it makes it that bit better looking, because when the grass comes off eventually, it'll still have a bit of paint underneath it. So yeah, so we'll keep motoring on. So we've been very busy on the display. This field is now painted and nothing really else has happened on this part of the display, but we have been flat out. We actually put up these shelves. It's actually 2 work trestles with 2 planks on them, but look, a shelf is a shelf. So we have all the models organised by category, if you know what I mean. Like, if you can see, all the New Hollands in boxes would be here, all the merge stuff, all the crown stuff in at the back, and so on and so on. And then we have this field. This is the field that we're going to be putting a river in somewhere here. That's painted, and we actually have the lorry yard painted as well, but I actually have it outside and drying because I had to mix up a batch of paint to try get it to look correct, which I don't think I did, but look, we've been busy anyway. And then I'm currently trying to get this display ready as well, because this is going to be the other part of the motorway. So yeah, we're very busy. So we've done a good bit since I last recorded. We've got the road painted. I've gone for a bit of a more realistic kind of looky. It's got a bit, it's mainly black with a small bit of white and a tiny bit of grey, just to give it a bit of a different look. You know, it's not 100%, but you know, it does look a small bit better than just plain black. So I said I'd give it a go, and sure, if I don't like it, it's not that hard to fix. It's just a quick bit of paint, like. But yeah, so I'm trying to lift up the masking tape now, and who knows, I might even start static grass. And sure, look, we're getting to the stage now where it's getting to the point that it's just kind of small things. Like, we've got the laneway and resin to do. They're kind of the two biggest things. So who knows.
And then we're chopped off.
Oh, it's the next day here in the shed. I went and got more of my grey paint, so this yard will be getting repainted, thank God. Because if you look at the shade of this and the shade of that, they're two completely different colours. Like, this is a shed I've been working on. I haven't shown this in a video yet, but that grey is meant to be the same as that grey, and it looks nothing like it. So, well done on. And then this is just a shed I have. I got this just a few weeks back, so really nice. And then we've decided, well, I decided to start doing a bit of static grassing, and I attempted to do the laneway as well. So I tried to blend the laneway in the best I could with the bridge. As you can see, I tried to have the same grass going up the middle. I've still to add a lot more stuff to it with PVA glue. I'm gonna try put a bit of paint into the PVA glue and try do a few tricks with it to give it a bit of a muckier look. And then we went trying to do the yellow as well. It actually looks better on camera than it does in person, because it looks it's very yellow. It's very in your face because this green isn't done yet, so we need to tone it down a small bit so it'll look good then. And then I want to do a fence here as well, so you can see into this field. Then I've run a bit of masking tape alongside here, and we decided to make this as a straight road. So if you want to say there'd be more fields here, the road would just go straight up, because the lorry yard's going to be going here, so it would have made sense. And we repainted the road as well last night. So as you can see here, that's where I had the road stopped, so it was that much narrower. So well done. It actually goes up to there. That's where the road actually starts. So yeah. And then this is one of the other boards, which hopefully we should be chopping today for the river. And I also got paint as well to paint the sheeting on my shed because it's clear. And then, just remember in the last video, I got stickers. So the Kelly, erected by Kelly stickers in Portlaoise, they'll be going on it. So yeah, we've been busy. I haven't really been recording much because we had a little mistake. I got the wrong glue and I had this all done, and I came back and I was able to move this in one sheet. So just a bit of mayhem's been going on. And I'll probably have to buy more static grass because that is quite a big field. I'll just switch to that camera. Like, it is a good 4 foot. Well, it's not full 4 foot, but it's near 4 foot long, and then gets narrower. So, and then we need to do the same with this field here, and then into that field then, which I'm not looking forward to. It's gonna break the pocket a bit, but look, it has to be done. So we made a bit more progress here on the first silage field, so I think it looks okay. So I might have the harvester here because I did put a bit of green grass there, but look, not to worry. But I think I did an okay job, as it is my first time doing static grass this way. I'm sure I showed you in the last clip I had got these done. So now I'm just going to give this about 48 hours to dry, just because it is PVA glue. So know, it is going to take its time to set. And then I painted the stuff on the shed. So now I decided to finish it off in a silver. So now all I need to do is the shutters. And then that'll be this section ready. I did accidentally drop the pumps I made, but not to worry, I built it like a flat pack. So that leg goes there, and that one goes the opposite way. And this bar goes there, and that's the brace at the front, and then the tanks go in the middle. Should be handy enough to fix. Roll display is painted. The stuff does ripple when you're painting it, but should be fine. I'm gonna give it another coat soon enough. And anyway, the yard display is almost finished drying, and then there are the walls for the pit. This is the other section of the shed I did. It looks okay, I think. It is only a face, so we'll be going in this yard propped up against the backdrop. And that's the last one. I'm just trying to get as much done in the time I have while I'm waiting for stuff to dry, and you know, I'm trying to keep myself busy. So this section will go up to this one, as you can see. So, and then the last one will go on this end. So I did do everything it is myself. I got all the H-irons and I kind of built everything. If you don't know what shed I tried to make or go off, Richard O'Sullivan, he had one like this, but he was very keen on keeping it for himself, even though he's gone to the other side of the world. But look, I'll leave that up to him, so I decided to make one my own. I did make a few changes. His office was in a different section. It is a bit crusty in places, but look, it gives it a bit of character. And then that's pretty much it. Since the last time I had the camera on, I just tried my best on this. I did use more bags than I anticipated. I did use 6 bags on this section. 3 of each, 3 green and 3 yellow. So we'll have to order more grass, considering I only ordered 12 bags. And I have to do the rest of the display. So yeah, we might order 24 bags next time, or yeah. But that's something you learn. You learn when you're doing stuff for the first time. We also still need to do the river, so the river's going to be fun now that it's not a clean surface, but look, we can clean it up if we need to. I was told to get a comb once this sets and comb through the grass, and you'll get a bit of grass off it, get a bit of loose stuff off it, so you're not losing much grass. And then I'm also going to start my fence as well that I was talking about starting, but I'm going to wait for that to dry. And then I should be starting into this. So we're still busy, but end is almost in sight. So welcome back to another day. Well, it's another day for me, but it's the same video for you. This is the field I static grassed last night, and we had a better result than the other day. This is all that came off, so I'm pretty happy. Look, it is a bit patchy in spots, but look, I'll fix that on the day in Moira or whenever I'm going to a show, because you're not gonna get it perfect on your first go. But look, I'm sure there is a few professionals out there who will have got it on the first go, but look, won't say nothing. But yeah, so I might try just tidy up a bit here and see if I can get a bit of a shape back on it. And then I might start the fence, and I might give the laneway another go with this PVA glue stuff, just to try give it a bit of strength. So the glue I used before kind of, you know, it loses its shape and it comes off, if you know what I mean. So that's a bit of this section of the display done. So I might give that a go as well today. I might see if I can get that finished, and then that'll be this board finished bar the river. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I've decided to just go over the laneway a small bit again. I tried to put tracks in it. I tried to put a track into the field, so That's obviously where I'm gonna put my gate. So I'm actually gonna stop working on this for a while, and I'm actually gonna start working on the road display. So I need to just do a bit of patching up. It ripped on me yesterday, so I need to patch that up, and I just need to get up there, the staple line finished up as well. This is the lorry yard. That came out well. I'm happy with that now. That's another job done. And then these are the walls for the pit. For my pit, and anyway, I don't know what Father's is looking like. So I'm just gonna get the line painted, and yeah, we'll get a few details done. Someone's big dirty paw print, jeez. So after a long few days in the shed, and a few mistakes here and there, we actually got a good bit done. So I'm sure I've shown you this before, but I re-PVA glued and done a bit of tracking through the muck, and I also got the bank of the river painted as well, and I got this field static grass properly. It's not going anywhere now. I found the right way to do it. I'm also starting another fence here, as I've done on the other side, to match this one. And a detail I done as well. Big thank you to Scale Model Castings for the gate and the pillars. They are really, really good. I do recommend these. Pretty much everything you see here, the grass, the bridge, the gates, the pillars. He does these type of pillars as well. He does walls to go along with these as well. So he is very, very good. Yeah, I just like to say a big thank you to him, and he did show me the ropes, how to do certain things. I done a fence there as well. They're just a 2mm dowel, I think, and that's plaster mesh. So I sprayed it silver, and that's how I got that look. We've also been flat out on the motorways. We've got the frames painted, a bit runny there, but Jesus. We got the frames painted, and I also got the second one made. So this is a little preview of what's going to be happening. We have a bit of drainage happening. And we also have this one painted as well. There's a little sneak peek. But yeah, we've been pretty busy. A lot of static grass and stuff like that. And then big thank you to Paddy Devlin and Danny Murphy for fusions. I had this one previous, but now we have 3, so not many people can say they have 3 fusion trees. They are pretty sought after model. So yeah, we are pretty busy on the model farm. Both farms really, well, farm and road, if you like to say that. Still a lot to do, but we have kind of got a good shape on it. Because once this board is done, we're down into the yard. All we really need to do there is the pit. That shouldn't take too long. Then onto this one. This is static grass, and shouldn't be too long now that I know what I'm doing. Same again here, and then these are kind of the last 2 that are going to take the longest. So yeah, we're plenty busy.